In light of recent amendments to GST legislation in Australia, ARGUS EstateMaster DF and DM have now been updated to support how tax is withheld and remitted on new residential development sales. A new input has been introduced for each sale item, where you can indicate if the purchaser is withholding the GST component of the sale price. A new GST liability summary on the cash flow tab will then show the actual liability compared with what the purchaser has withheld. In scenarios where the margin scheme is adopted, there is an additional input where the default percentage that the purchaser is withholding can be adjusted. Since this percentage may be different to the eventual margin rate, the GST liability summary will indicate if that difference is a net tax liability or credit for the developer. We've extended what you can consolidate in the ARGUS EstateMaster database with the ability to export data tables that you've created on custom worksheets within DF and DM. Just select a table that comprises of a single header row and multiple rows of data. Then use the Custom Data Export function to define it and give it a name. These can also be edited at any time if you wish to rename them, change the data range, or delete them. If you need to export data that is not already in a table format, like a custom report, that can also be easily achieved. All you need to do is create a table off to the side and link those descriptions and values from your report that you wish to export. Then once again, use the Custom Data Export function to define that table and for it to get exported. Once your DF and DM file has been exported to the database, all the data in these tables will be exported along with all the other standard EstateMaster data. You can view that raw data in the Custom Data Export tables and even use it to build your own reports. Reduce your reliance on Excel and other third-party applications and use the new custom reporting feature in ARGUS EstateMaster CC to build your own reports. It's as easy as giving the report a name and selecting the type of data you want to use in it. Then, start designing your report using Microsoft's free SQL Server Report Builder. Add different components in the report, such as tables, lists, charts, gauges, or maps, and just drag and drop the data fields that you want to analyze. Once you've tested the report and are satisfied with it, it can be saved to the database. It will now appear in CC as just another report that you can generate for any of your portfolios. For more complex reports, you can engage a developer or our services team to build them for you. And then all you have to do is import that report file to include it in your CC application. To help you extract and share your data easily, a new data export wizard is now available in ARGUS EstateMaster CC. Select your portfolio you want to export data for, along with the type of data you require. Then decide whether to export immediately or set up a schedule for it to be exported on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis. Finally, pick whether to export the data to an Excel or CSV file, set the folder location, where to save the file, and then give it a file name. Variables such as date, time, and portfolio can be inserted into your file name so that each exported file will be unique and easily identifiable. If the data you require is more complex than your standard options available, you can also construct your own customized query in the SQL syntax editor provided. Validation can also be performed at the click of a button to ensure your query has no errors. Just like with exporting standard data, set up your schedule of when the custom data is to be exported, the file format, and the location. At any point in time, you can check the status of your scheduled exports to see if they were successful or if they failed. can also select from a list to run them immediately, edit the settings, or delete them. A new home screen has been introduced in ARGUS EstateMaster CC, incorporating a project location map and dashboard for all feasibilities and developments stored within the database. The dashboard provides a brief snapshot of how many feasibilities and live developments you're currently tracking, their costs and revenues, and their short-term funding requirements. It can also be adjusted to be displayed in different currencies, as well as filtered to show you only your active projects in the pipeline. Via the interactive map, you can view the location of all your projects, whether they be in one country or across the globe. You can hover over a pin to get a brief description of that project, and double-click it to drill down to the ARGUS EstateMaster cash flow models behind it. ARGUS EstateMaster CC will now display the location of all your projects on interactive maps throughout the application. View projects across your entire database on the home screen, or select a portfolio just to see the locations within that portfolio. The application will automatically detect the location based on your project's nominated address, but if it cannot find it or it is incorrect, you can adjust it. Just go to Project Settings and either enter a latitude and longitude for the location, or simply zoom in and drag the map to the correct location and set it manually. Once set, its location marker will then appear on various maps throughout the CC application. Get a visual indication of where your cash flows are heading with the new net cash flow charts for your portfolios and projects. There's no need to generate a report to see where you're breaking even or what your peak exposure is, as these new charts are instantly displayed as soon as any portfolio or project is selected. You can change it to view it on a yearly, quarterly, or monthly basis, or toggle between a consolidated or comparison chart depending on how you wish to drill down into the cash flow. Any project photos or images you insert into individual ARGUS EstateMaster models will now be displayed in their related project within CC. You can also upload additional photos, renderings, plans, or other images for your project at any time, and view them in the image carousel. Our dashboards in ARGUS EstateMaster CC have had a makeover, making portfolio and project metrics more prominent and easier to read. Changing the unit of measurement and currency settings will instantly update the dashboard, while toggling between portfolios and projects changes the dashboard background, giving you a clearer picture of what's being reported. Our comparison dashboard has also been improved by incorporating additional metrics and showing the worst and best case scenarios for each portfolio instantly. Ensure reports and dashboards for your international projects are always converted using the latest exchange rates with our new online update feature. Just enable the auto update feature on your preferred currency, and at the click of a button it will fetch the day's latest exchange rates from an online data source.